Yeah, thank you. So we've got some considerations, thinking about the waste of these renewable products, thinking about the performance of the renewable products. These are all questions that are yet to be fully answered because they need to be in play for a longer period of time. And you mentioned food consumption. Oftentimes, you might think you're making a good decision by maybe doing the labour yourself as opposed to using a labour-saving device. But there is still a cost to you actually expending energy because you're going to have to consume food.
And that's it. When you start looking into a solution for climate change, we don't want to have the blinkers on and just stay focused on certain aspects. At the moment, the majority of the industry looks at the energy being used in a building on a daily basis and how do we meet that demand with renewables. But like you say, let's just say you're the builder and you don't bring yourself a packed lunch on a daily basis. So you jump in your car and you nip down to the local cafe every single day. You do that 365 days of the year, you will add up that extra energy that's been used. Well, that was part of the process of building that building. And so thinking smart and making small decisions will make a reduction. Bringing a packed lunch would have been far friendlier in that aspect. So there is a cost to how we go about each of these processes. And that's why off-site manufacturing is starting to become a really big thing in this country. We're starting to recognize the benefits of building a building in one place consistently, where all the tools are set up, where the production line is consistent, where the labor is local workforce, versus all the parts arriving on a site and everybody coming together to meet on that site to build it there. Imagine a car. Would you think it would be crazy if you went and bought your next car and they just sent you a whole load of parts and then you had to get a mechanic come and meet you on your drive and build your car there on your drive? It's the same principle with construction. We build houses where they're going to be, but it's more efficient from an energy point of view to do it in a production line, in a centralized process, to develop a construction process that is low carbon right from the outset and also benefits from a lot of speed and efficiency savings that have this knock-on effect right down and towards the way it contributes to the buildings.
Excellent. So one of the first times that I got exposed to this idea was when I was recommended to read the book How Bad Are Your Bananas? And that talks about, for example, if you use a local product, maybe some apples that are grown within the district versus a banana that's been grown in the Bahamas, just by making small decisions that won't cost a lot of money, you can actually make some informed, educated decisions to reduce your carbon footprint.
Yeah, and that's, again, this is a holistic view on it now. So if you were to source cheap labour from the other side of Europe, but every Monday morning a Ryanair flight delivers half your workforce so that they can work Monday to Friday and then they return back to their Eastern European country at the end of the week, there is a huge factor. You might make a saving because it's cheaper to employ those people and you think you're getting skills from them. But you've got that carbon footprint associated with travel. And I'm going to something very extreme there. But you asked a question about doing things local. And yes, if you do things local, you reduce the amount of transport that is involved in the process. And one of the things I said earlier was heating buildings in the UK and transportation are our two biggest guilty parties for emitting carbon.